You guys are always interested in farming attack armies, and you want to know what armies are best to grab the most loot and where to get it. And today, we're diving deeper into this topic, talking about Queen Walk Miners. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and today we're back in Clash of Clans with another farming video, this time for farming Town Hall 13. Where should we be farming? What should we be doing? And what's the best army to grab the most loot? So today, I'm here with Craig from the Scrappy Wizards, and we are bringing you a dominant strategy that will bring you tons of loot and tons of Dark Elixir. As you can see from the army composition right here, guys, nothing in that composition costs Dark Elixir at all, meaning anything that you gain is going to be profit to you. And hanging out in the league where we are hanging out, you're going to be able to grab a ton of loot and even find some dead bases. So let's get into this strategy, break it down, and figure out how you guys can see success with it as well. Before we go any further, make sure you sub the channel, ring the bell, daily Clash videos. That's what we're doing. So let's take a look at this strategy. Mind you, this is the same attack strategy that I have used since I was at Town Hall 10. Town Hall 10, 11, 12, and even sometimes now in Legends League as a Town Hall 13, I've been using this strategy. Now, farming Legends League is probably not the best way to find the most loot, but I do like the comfort of being in Legends League. So that's where I decide to gain my elixir, gain my dark, gain my gold, and farm my base. Then again, I'm not in a rush to get a max level base. But down here, Craig is able to find a ton of loot. Like this base right here, nearly 1 million of each gold elixir, and then close to 7,000, or yeah, about 7,000 dark elixir, plus the league bonus that you're going to get on top of all that. Coming in with the siege barracks, the siege drop. You drop that into the base, it's going to funnel down one side with that P.E.K.K.A. and all the wizards behind. Then you have the king setting up the funnel over here in the east, and the Queen Grand Warden charging into that Eagle artillery. Beautifully set up right here. And then what you do, once the base is narrowed, once the Eagle is down, once you make sure there's no clan castle troops, you can send in your miners and they can just sweep on through the rest of the base with the heal spell support as well as the Royal Champion. The Royal Champion, in addition to the miners, you see them all dropping in right here, is just gorgeous. Giant Bomb, you're going to see a heal spell drop pretty soon. Actually, that heal spell could have been dropped a bit more on top of the Town Hall, a little bit more into the base, but it's still not going to stop Craig from pulling in a 3-star. Now, I want to remind all of you, this is farming. We are not looking here to be trophy pushing. We're not looking to gain as much stars as possible. If you only 1-star a base or 0-star a base, but grab all the loot out of the base, it's a job well done. We're farming. We're not trophy pushing. We're not using war hits. We're trying to grab as much loot from a base as we possibly can, as effectively and efficiently as we can do it. And I have multiple examples of this strategy in action in this video. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is stick around till the end of the video, because the amount of loot you're going to see grabbed is amazing. And at the very end of the video, I have another special attack that is not the Queen Charge Miner attack. It's something different and gathers 1 million gold, 1 million elixir, and just about 10,000 dark elixir. The raid is insane. You're not going to want to miss it. So to see it, you have to stick around until the end of the video. But this one is closing out right now in the last few seconds, grabbing the rest of that gold, the loot, the army, and everything is going to be shown right here on the screen. That is some profit. Now, lucky for me over here in the Scrappy Wizards, there were plenty of examples of this strategy. Check out this base. Over 6,000 dark, over 1.1 million elixir, and 550,000 dark. Pretty good find here on the base, and when you take a look at the base, low level wall, easy to break into. It's a lower level base. It's definitely not max level, although it's not a dead base. The bases that we've been looking at so far are very much alive. They could have clan castle troops, they could have live inferno towers, they could also have the expos alive and that Eagle artillery. Notice jumping everything into the base, the Queen Walk becomes a Queen Charge, and now the Queen can go and start taking out a bunch of stuff along the western side of the base, making her way down south. Now, you would like to see her take out the Eagle artillery, but do you really want to dive her into the base? So what I would do here is I would funnel down everything up top, everything down here, and then drop the miners straight diving towards that Eagle artillery, heal them up in the core of the base, single target Inferno on that Queen. Nice job with the freeze spell. And you're going to see Craig do that a few times here. Continuously freeze that that Inferno Tower, I'm sorry. And now he just wants to make sure that the queen has pathed and cleared out enough stuff so that the miners will go straight to that eagle. And we should see that happening soon. I love the wizard opening up that wall, working out real nice. There go all the miners into the eagle artillery. They're going to strike it down pretty quickly, and we're going to see some heal as well. Giant bombs are deployed, but the miners are still safe within that heal spell. Again, we have the Queen Warden walk around the southern side of the base right now. Royal Champion, I don't see her right now. She may not be in the attack just yet. She may be somewhere. So much going on. Sometimes it's hard to see that girl running around. I believe that's her right in the center, right by the clan name. Giant bombs, I'd love to see a heal there, but unfortunately, we don't have any heals left. Good thing that we have the healers that are able to jump on top of those miners, plus the Grand Warden's ability was used, keeping everyone invincible. There's our champion. She's rolling around the outside of the base. This base had no shot, guys. It was completely crushed, robbed of all the loot, and you guys can do this the same exact way. All you need to do is train up the same army, which you're going to see at the end of it right here, and practice it. Just go in, find loot, and practice. It's going to make you a better queen charger, a better miner attacker, and have more loot. So now we have the same strategy, but more examples of bases that can be dominated with the strategy. Again, hanging out in the league that we are, we have a nice base that is not strong enough to stop the attack. We have the baby dragon coming in, and that's going to be setting the funnel over on the eastern side of the base. The queen is going to dive right in from the north. We have the king establishing a funnel as well down towards the western side of the base. That's going to allow the queen to go straight into the base, straight towards that eagle artillery. Remember, it doesn't seem to have a jump spell in this comp right here, so the queen is going to have to either pound or just walk herself around. Here we go with the P.E.K.K.A, and the wizards will continuously spawn from the siege barracks, and so far things are looking pretty good. We've already taken down 31% of the base. It's just been the heroes and those healers, and of course the siege unit chosen for the attack. Free spell dropped on the expo. We don't want the queen to be beaten up too much because we need her to dive in, and she's going to be doing that right now, pushing herself through the wall, which won't take that long because of the wall level, getting herself in, beating on that expo. We want her at the end of the day to take out the eagle artillery. The P.E.K.K.A and the wizard, now look at, after the P.E.K.K.A and the wizards came out of that siege barracks, we then had a P.E.K.K.A giant ice golem combination come out at the tail end. So that was the donation that came from the clan. Now we have all the miners storming the base from the eastern side, and they're looking angry right now, guys. And the royal champion coming in as well. We have the wizards coming through, and what those wizards are doing is keeping the base funneled, allowing for the miners to try and stay inside of the base rather than come down towards the outside. You want the miners to all be within the heals. 2 more heals, 1 more rage, and a freeze spell left in the composition right here, and most of that probably won't even be needed. 1 freeze being used on the multi-target Inferno. Grand Warden was using that Eternal Tome ability and invincible for the time being, but now having those healers on him as well. And the rest of the time, this attack is just going to be ripped by the miners. There's nothing that can really stop them. With the rage spell as well, they're just on steroids, and the miners, they are just unstoppable. One of the things I love most about the miners is that when they're underground, they're safe, but you can still heal them when they're underground. So I hope that you guys are learning as you see these bases that Champions League is the league that you want to be hanging out in when you're at Town Hall 13. I know of other people that are doing a lot of farming in Titans League as well, but I feel like you're going to run into a lot of clouds. It's going to be long wait time when you're waiting to find those bases. So Champions may be the league for you. Like I said, I like to do Legends myself, but remember, you only get 8 hits in a day. So if you have multiple hours per day where you want to be farming, you're probably not going to want to be in Legends League because you're limited to those 8 attacks, and at that point, no more loot for you. Just can't grab anymore. I like the jump spell being dropped. It's going to allow the queen to get herself into the base, right into that giant bomb that's upgrading, so GG for her. She's going to be safe right there. Single target Inferno. She's taking out the wizard tower. We want to see a freeze. Actually, her ability was auto-used right there. Not sure if Craig didn't see that or what, but the queen had to use her ability early on. She's still going to be able to step up, take out what looks to be a mortar, multi-target Inferno, lower the clan castle, because this base does have a clan castle troop, and take out the eagle eventually. There it finally goes down. Now taking out that Electro Dragon. Works nicely. A lot of people fear the Electro Dragon in these farming strategies and in these attacks, but I've never run into an opponent where it was difficult to take down. I don't know. The Electro Dragon never was a problem. You throw a poison on, you can even freeze it if you want. You can queen that Electro Dragon, and you're really going to be okay. It's, in my opinion, not the strongest clan castle defensively in Clash of Clans. So the whole bottom part of the base from south to west has been cleared. About 50% of the base is down. And right now we have the king leading the way. We have the healers on the queen. They could jump on the king at any point in time as well. And all the miners are going to come in from the north over here to the eastern side. And, well, spells are all done. No siege barracks was even used. Notice the wall wrecker is in the composition, but it's not going to be needed on the attack. So when farming, if you don't have to use clan castle troops, then you just don't have to use them, guys. It saves your clan from having to donate. Now, 1 gem donation, one of the best things about buying the gold pass. Even when I was a max Town Hall 12, I still purchased the gold pass for the 1 gem donations and, of course, the exclusive skin you can get every single month. And when I buy it, I use my own code. I use code ECHO. You could use code ECHO as well. Just go down to the settings, hit on members, and then you can jump in as supporting me. And I appreciate it when you do that, guys, because it just helps me do what I'm trying to do here on YouTube. Every little bit counts. I thank you guys for your support when you use my code. But if you don't want to use me, make sure you do another creator. There's a bunch of content creators that have codes. It's better to support somebody than nobody. And I think this is the last attack I have with the miners. 800,000 of gold and elixir with nearly 8,000 dark elixir. Pretty good find on this one. Queen Walk starting from the southwestern side of the base. Healers on top of her. Baby dragons in the west and the king again over here down south. The whole plan is to funnel the troops into the core of the base. Once you can get them inside, the Queen Walk can tear some stuff up, take out the eagle, then you can send in those miners. It's all about pathing down the base. What you guys should be doing now is training up this army, and you don't need to go friendly challenges. This is farming. Just click on the search and go look for some bases that you could trash, grab some loot from, and call it a day. These attacks don't even take so long. It's about a 2-minute attack to take down bases at this level, and we are attacking Town Hall 13 bases, but they're low level. Like this base right here is a level 1 Town Hall 13, but you know what? It's got the loot. You gotta go on in and take advantage of the bases that aren't really upgrading themselves. Take advantage of them, take them out so that you guys can get the loot to upgrade your bases because maybe you're a more active Clash of Clans player. It's just so nice to watch these miners go around so nice, so effortlessly. Nice job with that heal spell as well. Beautifully keeping those miners alive because they were a little bit low on health. Royal Champion's joining the party right now as well in the east. She's going to jump right on in there with those miners. And I see one more heal spell and the Grand Warden's ability left over. Plenty to path through the rest of this base. Queen's on that Town Hall. Her ability was used. Will the Queen stand? Getting beaten on by the Tesla and the Inferno Tower. It looks like she will live on to see the end of this attack. She's getting healed up to maxed health by those healers. Miner's still going around. Royal Champion still doing boss work, and she's about to use her ability as well. Love that Royal Champion's ability. It's one of the best abilities inside of the game, trashing multiple defenses at once. Only 13 seconds left, and I do remember that I told you guys I would share a really special farming attack with a ton of loot. That's coming next, right after this attack. So if you made it this far into the video, hashtag made it down in the comments section below. So we have a different attacker. This is JC Tsunami from Scrappy Wizards, and look at the loot. 1.1 million gold, 1.1 million elixir, almost 10,000 dark elixir. So JC's hanging out in Titans and attacking a little bit down the league right here. It's just what he happens to find, but again, finding a ton of loot here. The base is not a dead base, but the base has so much loot. I mean, it's actually pretty close to dead. As I'm looking at it right now, one of the Inferno Towers up top is already burnt out, which means the second Inferno is most likely going to burn out as well at some point during this attack. He's coming in with a P.E.K.K.A. Smash attack. Bit more of a war attack army. It's actually got those Yeti in there as well, so it's like a P.E.K.K.A. Smash, Yeti, Smash, hit. But it's going to be getting the loot. And sometimes you need to go in with a heavier army, especially at Town Hall 13 when you're looking to grab all the loot. Jump spells placed. The healers are going to be with the Warden, but joining up with the Yeti and the P.E.K.K.A. as they dive themselves into the base. Rage spells dropped. As those Yetis start to take a little bit of fire, they do spawn those Yetimites and take out defenses beyond the walls where they are. Nice job with the Quake spell, opening up and completely gaping the base, allowing for all these troops to go in that direction. if they decide to go in that direction. But what I like most is that this King and Yeti coming along from the eastern side are now going to be able to make a turn for the Town Hall, or at least they possibly could. Not sure if they actually do here. No, they seem to decide to chop through the wall and have a mind of their own. Let's see that King's ability be popped right there. And the Queen, she's now rocking on top of the Town Hall. Stone Slammer's coming in back end just to make sure the Town Hall goes down. But as I say it, the Town Hall does go down. We could have used that Slammer as a back-end Slammer, but it's going to go through the rest of the attack. It's never even going to go down and act just as a mega balloon, taking out defenses and structures along the way. The Yeti, the Royal Champion, P.E.K.K.A.'s strategy is strong, guys. It's one that's being used all over. Trophy pushing war, and now JC is using it as well for farming. So if you want to try one out that's a little bit more of a kill squad heavy attack, this one's cool too. It does utilize some Dark Elixir, I believe. So maybe not. Maybe no Dark Elixir in this one. Still a good army. A little bit more expensive than the Miners, but you know what? Miners are the bomb. I gotta say, I love the Miners. Champion's ability not even used right there. There's the composition. If you want to try it, let's go. But guys, we are out of here today. Much love to Craig and JC from the Scrappy Wizards for having me over to grab some of these amazing farming attacks that are going to make you guys a better farmer and a better clasher. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, let me know in the comments below, and let me know with a like on the video, because when you like the videos, it tells me to make more just like that video. Makes perfect sense. And, well, that's what likes are for, guys. Remember, if you want to interact with me or see what goes on in my life outside of YouTube, come on over to my Instagram, Echo Gaming Media, where I share things from my regular life, my YouTube life, my family life, all over there. You guys can join that family. We are pushing 1,000 members right now on Instagram, and I'd love it if you guys could come through and make that happen. But we're out of here. Thank you so much for coming through, and I'll see all you back here later on today with another video. Until that time comes, you can check out this one or wait for one of my live streams, because we're doing that all the time. Take care, guys, and be good.